What's going on, everybody? This is Cody, the home theater hobbyist. First of all, happy holidays to you and your family. Hopefully you are enjoying some time with your family, and thank you for watching this channel throughout 2021. And I am looking forward to 2022 and doing more reviews and talking about home theater with you guys. Now, if this is your first time watching an HTH video, why don't you hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I upload new content. On this channel, you'll find things like product reviews, unboxings, talk about streaming media, there's a home theater basics series, and basically all things home theater. So again, make sure you hit that subscription button. Also, don't forget to hit that like button on this video and all the other videos, because it does help us get found in the YouTube algorithm. So I would greatly appreciate it. Whether you're new or old, please do that. Now, I shouldn't say old, whether you're new or are returning, that's a better way to put it. Please do that. But today I want to talk about these headphones. These are the Caspians from Apos Audio, their first pair of headphones. Now, if you are familiar with Apos Audio, they are an authorized retailer of a lot of brands, including Topping, SMSL, Hi-Fi Man, and many other brands. And I have done reviews for them. I am an affiliate of Apos Audio, but they asked me to review these. And what that means is they asked me to review them, nothing else. They didn't ask for a favorable review. They also did not pay me for this review in any way whatsoever. And I will be returning these headphones. So this is just like a product review for me. There's nothing more than that. But as far as these headphones are concerned, let's talk about the design first and foremost. These are over-ear headphones. And what that means is when you put them on, they cover your ears, which is kind of nice. They're not an on-ear design. Now, the cups themselves are oval, and what that means is they kind of fit the shape of your ear. Now, if you have larger ears, you might feel the inside of the cups a little bit. And the cups themselves also aren't super deep, because I can feel the cloth on the inside just a little bit. Not any pressure or anything like that, but I can feel them. After wearing these for several hours, I didn't get fatigued or feel anything like that, and these aren't super heavy, so my head doesn't feel like it's going to drop or anything like that. Overall, these are quite comfortable. But when you take them off, you get a chance to see some of the really cool design features, including the casing on the outside. This is actually an oak casing that they have put some gloss onto, so that's kind of nice because it looks nice. I mean, it just looks nice and high end. In the center, you've got a metal grill that has an A just like that, and it looks quite nice. And behind that is a mesh finish. So this is an open back design. I think of these as semi open back, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in the sound quality section, but they call this an open back design. As far as the headband itself is concerned, it is metal, and it does have a nice, I don't know, this is some sort of leather or material like that, and a foam on the inside, so it's nice and soft on the top of your head. It does extend out if your head's a little bit larger in the vertical direction, I guess. So that's really cool. And the ear cups themselves have this nice sheepskin material that's actually nice and soft, and the foam is a memory foam on the inside, so it's nice and soft against your head. Now, it does have an L on this side and an R on this side for left and right, so you know how to put them on. But another way to know that you have them on correctly is down here at the bottom. This is where the cable connects to it. And the cool thing is it's a little bit forward, so it points a little bit away from you when you are listening to your music. And it has a nice 4-pin design, so you get a nice sturdy connection, and the included cable has buttons that are actually very easy to press to release these cables if you want to take them out. Now, speaking of the cable, they do give you a single-ended cable in the box that is braided, and it's flexible enough that it doesn't get any kinks, which is really cool. But you can also purchase an Apos Audio Flow cable that fits these headphones, and it has a balanced connection on the other end. They sent me those as well, and I tried the two, and honestly, sonically, they sound basically the same. I didn't really hear any sonic differences between this cable or the balanced cable, but it is nice to have a balanced connection when you can have one. But the other thing that comes in the box is this right here. It comes with a little carrying case, so you can keep your headphones in here, and there's a little pocket up here so that you can keep the cable in there. And inside there's also another little pocket, because you can have a strap to strap these, or you can carry it like this. So overall, from a design standpoint, it's actually pretty cool. Now, I do wish that these would kind of fold in and kind of collapse and you had a little bit of smaller case, but otherwise I think they've done a good job by including basically everything you need: the headphones, the cable, and the carrying case. Now, as far as features are concerned, there's not a whole lot to say here about these. These don't have Bluetooth or anything like that. These are headphones that you are going to plug in. Now, the good news is they're 32 ohm headphones, so they are pretty easy to drive with whatever you may have. You don't need, a really special amplifier or anything like that. You just need something that's got a 6.35 millimeter single-ended cable, or if you get the Apos flow cable, a balanced connection. Now, the good news about the cable is it's actually pointed forward just a bit on the headphones, and I like that because, again, it keeps the cable from just resting on your shoulders. It kind of points it out. I like that a lot. And like I said, these are open back, so you can have music bleed out of each one of the sides, and I'll play a quick audio sample so you can hear that. Now let's talk sound quality. When I first put these on, the first thing I noticed was these are a headphone with an opinion. And that's not a bad thing because they actually do a pretty good job executing on that opinion. Sometimes you listen to a pair of speakers or headphones and they have an opinion, but it's kind of a mess. Well, these aren't a mess. This opinion is warm, rich, and an overall smooth sound to what you're hearing. In the bass department, these shine in the bass department. If you listen to bass heavy music, you're going to enjoy these headphones because they have a lot of kick, a lot of punch, and decent detail in the under 200 hertz range. I really like the way they sound with bass heavy music. Even smooth jazz sounds good with these headphones. Now, moving into the mid-range, moving into the vocals, if your artist has a lower voice, let's say a male voice or even a female voice that's a little bit lower, again, this is going to have a warm, rich, full sound that's actually really pleasant, and I overall found it to be engaging. I listened to a song, an Adele song, and again, she sounds warm, rich, and full. But if you have an artist, or specifically a female, that sings like high soprano or that upper mid range, it's going to bring them down just a little bit. They're not going to sound as high in these headphones as they would in another pair of headphones. I was listening to a gospel artist I think her name is Ann Wilson, and again, it kind of brought her down just a little bit when she was really hitting those high notes, and I noticed that in these headphones. Now, I did compare these to the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros, which is a much more neutral headphone, also closed back, but much more neutral, and you can tell a difference in, let's say, especially those high-end vocals between these two pairs of headphones, this and the DT770 Pros. And while we're here, let's talk about the treble. One of the things that Apos mentioned in the documentation for these headphones is there was a couple treble frequencies that they drop, let's say 7 to 15 dB, somewhere in there, so that these headphones are not fatiguing. And after listening to these for a while, I don't find them to be fatiguing. But since they did that, there are some fine details that these just don't reproduce the same as some of the headphones like the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros or even the Hi-Fi Man Aria. You're going to miss those details, or you're going to struggle to hear them, especially in that treble range. But I also found that even in some of the mid-range, it's just not as detailed as some other headphones. They sound good, they're warm, they're rich, they're robust, they have a smooth sound to them, but they're not as detail oriented. Now, as far as the imaging is concerned, you can hear different things in different places, which is quite nice. But as far as the overall staging is concerned, how wide is the soundstage with these headphones? It's pretty wide. These are open back, so it's wider than a pair of closed back headphones like those DT770 Pros, but it's not as wide as, let's say, a true open back like the Hi-Fi Man Aria. And the reason why I think that is because on this face, there is just a little bit of a lip here that I think kind of closes it in just a bit, and it does just enough so it's not as wide as a true open back headphones. It's a little bit closer to what I would say a closed back headphone, so definitely bear that in mind. But overall, if you enjoy a warm, rich sound, you want really good punchy bass, definitely check these out. But if you're looking for something that's super detailed, especially in the treble regime, these might not be for you. I'm just going to say it like that. These might not be for you, but they do sound good, and I did find them to be engaging when I was listening to them. So the Caspians are $499 at the time of this recording, and for that price, you get the case, the headphones, and the cable. Now, These are nice materials. The case is actually quite nice, although honestly I wish this was a bit smaller so you could fit it in a bag. But the good news is you have a handle so you can carry it in your hand if you want to, and it also comes with a strap so you can wear it as a strapped bag or something like that. But I wish it was a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact if it were me. But like I said, you have to be okay with the sound signature of these headphones, and that's kind of the biggest thing, right? Like if you want a warm, robust sound, definitely check these out. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more neutral, a little bit more detail oriented, you should probably look elsewhere. But otherwise, I do like what they've done. I think this is a really good first outing for a pair of headphones, to be honest, because like I said, a lot of this stuff is actually pretty well executed. There are companies out there that have been making things like this for quite some time, and sometimes it really doesn't land. And for what they've done, I think it does land. So I recommend these if you are looking for, again, a warm, rich, full sound. But if you want something else, maybe look at something else. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to pick up the Caspians or anything else from Apos Audio, definitely use those links in the description below. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next time.